I'm Pam, and this is my husband, Saxton. And the reason that I first came to True North is because I was experiencing a lot of sciatica pain.
And I was dealing with lots of headaches, like we'll say migraine type stuff.
The pain that I was experiencing when I first came in was mainly on my right side. It would just start low, and then it would just be shooting pains down my leg, and a lot of pain for that. So there were some days, honestly, that I couldn't even get out of bed. I didn't know exactly. I just thought I didn't even know what was my sciatica. I have 4 children, and it started, I would say, probably when I was pregnant with my first one, but she's 26. So it kind of started around that time and just never really got any better. And so there were days that he would literally have to help me out of the bed.
And migraines, I mean, headaches, that's kind of, I'll say, run in my family. I remember my dad used to lay in bed with major headaches, and then it just kind of fell into in my life. I didn't know what the cause was or what was going on with it, but it happened frequently. Sometimes once or twice a week, sometimes just once a week, sometimes once a month. But when they would hit pretty hard, and it was one of those you couldn't really function. I mean, you just wanted to lay in bed. You don't want to do anything. You don't want lights shining in. You just remain still, no noise. And so it affected pretty much everything in life, because you couldn't work, you couldn't play, you couldn't do anything. When we were in Arkansas, I went to a gentleman there that just when you needed him, you go in, you pay your $35 or whatever it was, and he did his adjustment, and then you walked out. And the next time you needed him, you came back in. So there was not a lot of pre-diagnosing. It was just come in, where's it hurting? Okay, let's fix that area real quick, and then you're out. Then when we came here to Colorado Springs, I had actually, I'll call it a snowboarding accident, in which I landed really hard and compressed everything. And I went to another local chiropractor here. We won't mention names, but they just asked a couple questions and said, okay, where's it hurt? And then they did the same thing that guy did in Arkansas, which kind of concerned me, because I was like, you didn't take x-rays, you didn't check anything to make sure nothing was really seriously causing any problems there before we went to just adjusting. And so that's something here at True North that was really, to me, set us apart. Is when we come in, A, they do x-rays, B, they do the thermoscan, they can pinpoint exactly where your issues, your concerns are, and then they can address those specifically. They don't just willy-nilly start adjusting things. They know exactly where to focus their adjustments. So
we've been under care for a little over 2 years, and so I can say that I've rarely had a sciatica flare up. I hardly ever have a headache anymore. And I think that as we go on, we start noticing people will say something, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't have any digestion issues anymore. I didn't even realize I really struggled with that. But as far as heartburn is concerned, I don't have it anymore. Headaches are very rare. My sciatica is very rare. And so I think that just being under here, we've seen a huge improvement in my health, and then in my kids, my daughters as well.
And same thing with me with the headaches. They, not that I don't have them, but few and far between. I mean, to go from once or twice a week to once every 6 months to a year, I mean, it's a big improvement. So
yeah, I would highly recommend True North. I think that the care that we've gotten here is incredible, and I think that sometimes when you're under a care plan, sometimes you think of money or you think of expense stuff, but when you know that your family's going to be taken care of, and it's not just fixing the problem today, it's going to fix it for lifelong. It's an investment, but it's so worth in your own family and in your care. So I highly recommend this place. I do to a lot of my friends and family all the time. So
yeah, and it's not just about the physical care you get. I think the family here at True North really cares about the people. You're not just a patient, you're a family member in a sense for them. You know, they want what's best for you. They're not here to just get your money. You know what I'm saying? They're here to ensure that you have a better life. I mean, that's what it's all about, to be able to live pain-free.